Incorporating fresh seasonal ingredients into your diet is a super easy way to make healthy eating feel both fun and delicious. And since we are headed into zucchini season, I'm going to share one of my favorite zucchini recipes with you. These are crispy breaded and baked zucchini chips or zucchini bites, and you can either serve them with a marinara sauce or a Greek yogurt aioli, which I'm going to show you as well. This is an easy, healthy snack idea and a fantastic way to work some seasonal zucchini or summer squash onto your menu. Now, often when people make zucchini chips, they deep fry them. But because we want to keep this recipe a little lighter and a little healthier, I'm going to show you how to bake them. And you're going to see that they're still going to have this delicious, crispy, crunchy exterior and a nice creamy center. So I start by preheating my oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm going to prep a rimmed baking sheet. This is also called a half sheet pan. And I'm just going to drizzle a little olive oil over the top and then just wipe that around so we have a nice thin coating so nothing sticks. You could of course also use a cooking spray here if that's what you have. Then I'm going to set up a little assembly line. You're going to want 3 shallow but wide dishes, okay? And in the first dish, I'm going to add a combination of Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs. I have a 1/4 cup of the cheese and a 1/2 cup of the breadcrumbs. I'll just gently whisk those together. I like using Italian breadcrumbs because they have more flavor. They're already seasoned. And if needed, you could also find a gluten-free variety. And I'll link to a few options down in the description box below if you're on the lookout. Then in my second bowl, I'm just going to add an egg and I'm going to gently whisk that to break it up. And then in my third bowl, I'm going to do a combination, okay? I have 1/3 cup of white whole wheat flour. I'm going to chat about that in a second, along with a little bit of garlic powder and some salt and some black pepper. And I'm just going to gently whisk that all together. Now, I do find that white whole wheat flour can be tricky to find. So you could also do just a regular white flour. You could do a whole wheat flour. You could do a gluten-free flour blend, right? All of those options would work. And you may notice that I don't use a ton of refined flour in my recipes, but I am not a food purist, meaning I don't think it's helpful to demonize any one food, specifically when a little bit of that food can help to create a beautiful, healthy recipe like the one we're making today. Okay, now for the zucchini, you're gonna want 1 large zucchini or 2 smaller zucchini. And keep in mind, you could also do this with summer squash. Ultimately, for 1 tray of the zucchini bites, you're gonna need 24 slices. And I like to trim off the top and the bottom of the zucchini, and then I slice them into 1/2-inch rounds because you don't want them to be too thin because you want them to have a nice bite when you bite into them. From here, we're ready to dip. So first, I'm going to dip into my flour mixture. You want to get the zucchini coated, and then you just want to pick it up and tap off any excess flour. Then I drop it into the egg mixture, flip it around a couple of times, and then lift that up with a fork. Let any of the excess egg drip off, and then I will pop that into the breadcrumbs. Again, spoon the breadcrumbs all over the zucchini, pick it up, shake off any excess breadcrumbs, and then I'm going to lay this on my prepared baking sheet, and then I'm going to repeat that until I've worked through all of the zucchini. Now, I'm going to tell you, just keep in mind, while this is very simple, it can get messy fast. So try to keep your utensils separate and try not to use your fingers because everything will start sticking very quickly. Once I've worked through all the zucchini and the tray is full, you should have 24 zucchini bites ready to go. And what I like to do right before I pop them in the oven is I just take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil cooking spray and I just mist the top of them. This is going to help them to get that nice golden brown color in the oven. So then I pop them into the oven and I let them cook for 12 minutes. Then I pull them out, flip them over. You can see this amazing golden brown crispy exterior. That is exactly what we're looking for. And pop them back in the oven for another 12 minutes. And while they're cooking, you can decide, do you want to dip them in a marinara sauce or do you want to do some type of garlic aioli? And I'm going to walk you through what I like to do, okay? So if I'm doing a marinara sauce, I'll usually just do a store-bought sauce. And the 2 sauces I buy most often if I'm using a jarred tomato sauce is either the Rao's marinara sauce or the Cucina Antica. Both of these use really fresh whole ingredients. There's no added sugar. So I think they're both great options. You're going to notice that the Rao's, it's a little bit richer. It's higher in fat content. So it has about 7 grams of fat per 1/2 cup and 100 calories, where the Cucina Antica has only 1.5 grams of fat and 40 calories per 1/2 cup. So if that makes or breaks your decision, something to think about. But again, either of these I think are really great options and very tasty. Now, if I'm doing a store-bought aioli, I will do the Primal Kitchen aioli. I've been using this one for years, but what I really love to do is make my own using Greek yogurt. It literally takes 2 minutes, and this is the same sauce I use for my sweet potato wedges, which I've shared with you in the past. All you have to do is combine a half a cup of plain Greek yogurt with 1 clove of finely chopped or crushed garlic. Then, because I really like garlic, I add another 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. That's optional, but again, it does create a delicious flavor. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of white wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of fresh chopped parsley, and a pinch of sea salt. You can mix this all together and you're gonna have a nice Greek yogurt based dipping sauce, which is gonna be a little bit lighter than the mayo based dipping sauce. And you get that little pop of protein. So if that's important to you, another win. Once the zucchini chips are all done, you're gonna see that they have this beautiful golden brown color on both sides. They're like crispy, crunchy on the outside, and they're super creamy on the inside. So you just want to plate them up with whichever sauce you plan on using, or maybe you're gonna use both, and enjoy.
Ooh, well worth the effort.
This is such a simple and delicious way to enjoy some seasonal zucchini or some summer squash. And truthfully, you could really lean on this recipe all year long. So if you enjoy easy, healthy recipes like the one I've shared here today, make sure that you take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new recipe. And if you don't want to waste your time coming to look for the recipes, be sure you also sign up for our weekly newsletter by heading down to the description box below. This way you can save some time and I will just send those recipes directly to you. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I'll see you back here next time with some more food for thought. Cheers. Oh, I got a dip. I think I prefer the aioli. Delight. So good.